Okay, hi. So today I'm going to be talking about how it's not weird to stan idols or K-pop idols younger than you. And yeah, this is a new format. Actually, I'm bringing back an old format for my video where I give my commentary. Well, there is a time lapse of my digital painting, and today I am drawing my painting by using a reference of Bumgyu from TXT. And the drawing that I'm doing, it's not to exactly replicate Bumgyu, it's just, I'm just making my own piece by using Bumgyu as a reference. But before we start, I quickly wanted to say that I got one thing wrong in my last video, which was about, NMIX copying aespa, LOONA, and Hyphen. One thing that I forgot to talk about is that I do see why people would say that JYP is plagiarizing Hyphen or Hype. Like, I get that. That is one thing I've completely forgot to include in my video. And that's why, because I forgot to say one thing, some people are misinterpreting my video. I don't know, discarding the valid points I do make in my video. Like, I'm not the type of person to defend JYP. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't like them at all. But however, my topic of the video was mainly about how, everybody is just so obsessed with accusing a group of copying another group. But I understand why people would say that about Hyphen. I don't get the LOONA and aespa one. I'm sorry, I don't, but I see the Hyphen one. I definitely do. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Now, let's talk about today's video. I asked on my community tab which video you wanted first, whether I talk about Hyunin Bahie and nepotism, not in a negative or mean-spirited way, of course, or if you wanted me to talk about K-pop idols or standing K-pop idols younger than you. And of course, K-pop idols younger than you, that topic won by a very slim margin. So that's why we're going to be talking about that first. But however, I'm definitely going to be talking about the Hyunin Bahie one next, because that also got a good amount of votes. Okay, when I got into K-pop, I did not want to stand K-pop idols even a few months younger than me. Like, I just found it to be so weird at the time, and I couldn't even comprehend exactly why. It wasn't until much later I realized that the reason why I did not want to stand, like, idols younger than me is because why would I look up to somebody younger than me? Like, I just found that to be so embarrassing and shameful. Like, you have this K-pop idol who is 14, like ESO, who is, like, super popular and famous and people love her and adore her, and she's way richer than I'll ever be. So yes, maybe that's why I just did not want to stand idols younger than me, because of an inferiority complex or something like that. However, I kept getting older and older, and the idols that kept on debuting, they got younger and younger and younger. And now it's the norm for K-pop idols to debut when they're still preteens, like 14, 15, 16. Like, I still don't agree with idols debuting younger than 18, but it is what it is, and it's been around for a while now. And I remember when I got into Golden Child in 2017 when they were about to debut. Like, can you think of, like, oh my god, Golden Child debuted 5 years ago? That's insane to me. And the only members of Golden Child that are older than me are Y and Jung. So I was like, so I guess my bias is either gonna be Y or Jung and not any of the other boys because they're younger than me. And why on God's green earth would I bias any idol younger than me? So that was the mentality I had at the time. So I eventually picked Y as my Golden Child bias during pre-debut era. Yes, to this day he is one of my favorites in the group. However, the more I got to know Golden Child as a group, like their personalities and everything, I was like, okay, I think Bomin is more my bias, and I find that to be so funny because Bomin is a Golden Child's maknae. So I was against biasing members younger than me, and I was like, maybe the maknae is my bias, even though he's like 3 years younger than me. And I was like, no, I can't bias Bomin. He's like so young compared to me. Like, look at him, he's a baby. And he was also a minor at the time, as far as I remember, and I did not want to bias Bomin because I'd be like, it's creepy, and people would think it's creepy if I bias him. But my liking towards Bomin had nothing to do with the fact that I was into him or anything. I liked his personality, and I liked his deep voice, and I thought he was adorable, so that's why I wanted to bias him. And then it hit me that biasing a K-pop idol doesn't mean you have romantic or sexual feelings towards them. Like, I'm asexual, and I'm the type of ace who only has romantic feelings for men. Like, I don't have sexual feelings towards anyone, unfortunately. So, yeah. Like, it's just not possible for me to feel that kind of way towards anyone. It's just not possible. So many of the idols I do bias, like, let's say, Lunchin, Bomin, Bumgyu, and even idols older than me, like Shinwon or Jin, I am not romantically into them. I'm not. Like, I like them for their personalities and talents, and I'm just not into every guy that's attractive. Like, I'm sorry, that just does not happen with me. And I won't deny not having like crushes on K-pop idols because that has happened to me, but only towards idols who are older than me or who are the same age as me. And I can't control that. Like, it happens. Like I just can't help it. They're so beautiful. Of course, I'm gonna have a crush on a couple of them. Like, let's say Juho or Wonho when I was new to Monster X, or Kian or Changkyun. Basically, all of Monster X. Let's be real. So yeah, it has happened. Like, I have felt that way towards a male idol, but not always biasing someone means that I'm into them romantically or sexually. And then there are members of K-pop groups that, like, I'm into them romantically, you could say, but they're not my bias, you know? It happens. Like, with Pentagon, like, I'm not into Shinwon romantically. Like, no offense, like, I love him so much, but Hongsok, cutie. So, Hui, oh my god. So yeah, it's like that. Like, I'm not attracted to women at all, but I still love and adore so many female idols, younger and older than me. And me biasing a female idol has nothing to do with my sexuality or anything, or because I just love them for their talents. Same logic can be applied to men as well. Surprise, surprise. Even if I'm romantically attracted to men, not sexually. Oh my god, this is getting confusing for you guys, I know. And not everybody is asexual like me. They are allos, and yes, you'll likely feel romantically and or sexually towards a K-pop idol. And there's nothing wrong with that, given that the age gap isn't insane. Like, it happens, I get it. However, if you're the type of person who sexualizes idols both younger and older, then, you and make gross, unwanted comments that border on SH, then yes, you should be called out on it because it's very uncomfortable for the idol in question and just wrong ethically. And if you're also the type of K-pop fan who makes fap cams of, let's say, Yuna, Wonyoung, Nikki, Hyunin Kai, like these babies, like absolute babies, then yes, jail time for you, please. However, if you're the type of K-pop fan who supports them and talks about how much you love them and their talents and their music, then I see no harm in that. And if you're 50 and your ultimate bias is, let's say, Wonyoung, then yes, many will sadly find that weird. And I know that sucks. It really does. However, if you're not, let's say, sexualizing her or saying weird predatory comments about her and just supporting her as a fan, having a healthy parasocial relationship with Wonyoung and not crossing any borders, then I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, even if you were around Wonyoung's age and you were being weird about it, then that would be still wrong regardless of your age. Also, if you're waiting for an idol to be 18 until you can say romantic or sexual things about them, or enjoy not safe for work content about them, then FBI, open up! So yeah, it's not weird to like or bias idols younger than you if you keep it platonic, especially in cases when the age gap is huge. Like, I'm 24 and I adore TXT so much, but I just can't view any of them romantically. Like, I just can't. Of course, I'm not infantilizing them, but I only see them as artists I admire because of their talents and good music, and Bumgyu is my everything, but not in that kind of way, because, Bumgyu is like, 4 years younger than me? So, yeah. And I've seen comments from people saying they feel weird for standing idols younger than them, and I get that, I've been there, but if you do it and you don't act weird about it, then there isn't anything wrong with it, let's be real. Anyways, let me know what you think about this topic, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye, take care, see you. I'm gonna go and eat a banana, I think. Okay, bye.